Acab was a king of Israel, the husband of Jezebel, who was condemned for his idolatry and wicked actions. Acab committed many sins and allowed his wife to commit atrocities in Israel. The prophet Elijah lived during the time of King Acab. Acab was a powerful and prosperous king who undertook various significant construction projects. However, he did what God disapproves of and promoted idolatry in Israel. Influenced by his wife, Acab began to worship the god Baal. The Bible states that he was worse than all the kings of Israel who came before him, 1 Kings 16 verses 32 to 33. Because of Acab's sin, Elijah prophesied a drought. After 3 years of drought, Elijah confronted Acab for his sin and killed all the idolatrous priests in the country. Acab returned home and told Jezebel what had happened. She vowed to kill Elijah. Later, the king of Syria attacked Israel. Acab tried to make a peace agreement, but the demands of the king of Syria were too great. Then a prophet announced to Acab that God would defeat the Syrian army. Acab obeyed God's orders received through the prophet and defeated the king of Syria in 2 major battles. Acab captured the king of Syria but let him live and made a peace treaty with him. Then a prophet condemned Acab because the king of Syria was wicked and deserved death. Acab became very angry because of this message, 1 Kings 20 verses 42 to 43. Some time later, Acab tried to buy a vineyard from a man named Naboth. The vineyard was next to the king's palace, and he wanted to use it as a vegetable garden. But Naboth refused to sell the inheritance he had received from his parents. Acab sulked, lay on his bed, and refused to eat. Jezebel rebuked Acab for his childish attitude and devised Naboth's death, 1 Kings 21 verse 7. When Acab heard that Naboth was dead, he took possession of the vineyard without remorse. Because of Acab's cruel and selfish attitude, Elijah prophesied that he and all the men of his family would be killed, and the dogs would lick his blood in the same place where they licked Naboth's blood, 1 Kings 21 verses 19 to 21. After 3 years of peace, Acab decided to join the king of Judah to attack Syria. Before going into battle, the 2 kings consulted the prophets, who assured them of victory. But the king of Judah wanted another opinion. Acab then called for a prophet named Micaiah, even though he did not like him because he never prophesied anything good about Acab, 1 Kings 22 verse 8. Initially, Micaiah said they would be victorious, but the king insisted that he not lie. So Micaiah revealed that it was a trap because God wanted Acab to die. Angered, Acab ordered Micaiah to be arrested until he returned from the battle, 1 Kings 22 verses 26 to 27. Acab went into battle in disguise, but an arrow shot by chance struck him, and he died from the wound. The dogs licked his blood in the place where Naboth had died, just as Elijah had prophesied, 1 Kings 22 verses 37 to 38. Later, his entire family was exterminated because of their sins. All choices made without the guidance of the Lord carry dangers. In him, we find the path of life; outside of him, the path of death. Acab's trajectory would have been different if he had entrusted his steps to the Lord. Today, entrust the directions of your life to the Lord to ensure the success of your story. This does not mean the absence of battles and challenges, but by being with Him, you find security and fulfill a purpose aligned with heavenly designs. Like the video? Don't waste time. Subscribe now to receive more content, explore fascinating narratives, and reflect on timeless lessons. Leave your like and activate notifications to not miss any details. Let's embark together on this journey.